Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are watching this live after the live stream, take a look down below in the description box, and there you will find the timestamps that will direct you straight into Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius's readings individually, focusing on your couple connection or partnership. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All those links are there for you below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. As I said, for those of you who are watching live, then you will not be needing the timestamps right now at this moment in time, but they will be up as soon as I finish the live readings. For those of you who are watching after the live stream, again, just take a look down below in the description box, and there you will find the timestamps for this couple's reading. That being said, let's get ready. There's lots to be channeling today here. And let's make sure all of you can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, intuitive friends. And let's jump straight into the readings. I'm going to start with Gemini, followed by Libra, and of course, last but not least, Aquarius. Now, if you are interested in all the other signs, I have channeled the messages for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so you could just take a look at the couples and partners playlist, and there you will find those other placements. Tomorrow I'll be focusing on the water signs. Okay, so that being said, let's jump straight into this reading. Thank you, intuitive friends. For those of you who are giving me a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate your love, your loyalty, and of course, your support. All right, let us begin with Gemini. Hello, Gemini, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Gemini sun, moon, rising, or if you are a Gemini in other parts on your astrological natal chart that focus on love, relationships, connections, partnerships, marriage, and those areas are as follows. If you are a Gemini in your Venus, okay, so in your Venus sector on your astrological natal chart, you have Gemini. Or if you have Juno on your astrological natal chart and you have Gemini there, or if in your 7th house or 5th or 7th houses, if you have Gemini, any placement there, then these messages are also for you. Okay, so if your Venus, Juno's 5th or 7th houses have Gemini there, then these messages are for you. That being said, Gemini, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, as all those links are down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. So, Gemini, this reading is for you and for your significant other. So it's both of you as a couple or in a partnership or in a connection. I'm going to be channeling 3 specific areas here in this February couples reading. The first area that I'm going to be channeling is the overall possible mutual energy in the connection between you and your significant other. The second area that I'll be channeling messages are the possible challenges, obstacles, or blockages that you as a couple may be either experiencing, feeling, or dealing with, possibly in the month of February, so this month. And the third and final section here, Gemini, is I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on how to show up for each other so that you can possibly overcome the potential challenges that may be coming up in this reading for the both of you. Okay. That being said, Gemini, let's jump into the first part of the reading. Don't forget to take a look at your February readings, and those, of course, are located on the monthly playlist. All right, Gemini, and your partner, let's take a look here at what's coming through in regards to the possible overall mutual energy in your connection in the month of February. Possible mutual energy between the both of you. The Six of Swords and the Three of Coins. Very, very beautiful energy here in regards to that Six of Swords and Three of Coins. Now, Three of Coins is the Three of Pentacles. Now, Six of Swords. This is saying or talking about this energy that may be potentially or possibly here in regards to both of you taking a look at where you may be heading, where you want to be moving towards. You want to leave behind the issues, the tension, the conflicts, the situation, circumstances, or events that may have caused or may be potentially here causing a little bit of tension. Okay. The Six of Swords is I want calm. I want peace. I want tranquility. I want us to move to calmer shores. I want us to resolve, to reconcile, to figure something out here. But I want something better for both of us together. Okay. The Six of Swords is overcoming that tension, hardship, conflicts, those that may have been maybe you and your partner have been experiencing in your past or recent past, or possibly here within the month of February. Remember, Six of Swords is restoring the peace because you're moving or wanting to move from a time, a situation, circumstance, event, or maybe some type of conflict, and you want to move to calmer shores. Okay. Six of Swords is also about the transition from moving from that difficult or tense type of energy or environment and moving towards the energy of healing, of peace, of tranquility, okay, of restoring or building upon your connection and making it stronger. One way here is by working together. The Three of Pentacles is the energy of working together as a team. It's about bringing the highs and the lows, your strengths, their areas of development, their strengths, your areas of development, and working together jointly. Okay, so the joint forces here, your positives and areas of challenges, as well as their positive and area of challenges, and you working together as a team. So there may be not only joint forces, but the kind of like looking at both of yourselves in this connection as a team. So we're going to build together. We're going to connect together. This could be through your resources. Okay. For others of you, it's just like, what do you bring to the table in regards to, your characteristics, your strengths, and what you or your partner bring also as strengths. Okay. So characteristics, personality, things that you can bring to the connection to help you both work closer and more smoothly towards this healing, towards this kind of like peace. Okay. The energy of peace. Okay. Now let's take a look here. This says doing it together. Yeah. Collaborative approach. Like I said, teamwork. Okay. Three of Pentacles. All right. So let's get more clarity here or more details in regards to this mutual, possible overall mutual energy in the connection here, Gemini, between you and your partner. Ooh, this flipped over. I want to say, is it? Yeah, it's by itself. Okay, so it says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Now, this could be within your connection, or this could be externally, an external situation, circumstance, or event, or energy that may be potentially here unfolding in the month of February. Again, this could be just yourselves individually or together as a couple, but you're taking a look at what were or what may be the potential red flags, or again, the possible conflict, so that you can divert from that energy. In other words, leave behind or fix, mend, or repair, or maybe even reconcile something here that was either may have happened in the past or recent past, or maybe potentially upcoming, or maybe something that you're dealing with at this moment in time in February. But whatever this is, this potential red flag or flags, whether it's within, your connection as a couple, or whether this could be a potential external force, is both of you trying to figure out something together, trying to figure out a plan, working collaboratively, okay, co-creating with each other. All right. So there's more of a team spirit type of energy here within this mutual energy. There's the wanting or the thinking, because remember, swords, it's about thinking, and pentacles is about showing the effort in the 3D realm. So something that you're thinking or doing, moving away from situations, circumstances, events, possible red flags from the past or recent past, or potential red flags that may be coming up here in February, and you working closely together as a team, as a collaborative unit, to try to come to either a resolution or to bring peace, more strength or more peace within the connection. All right, let's take a look here at the possible challenges. Okay, so what may be here the possible challenge, obstacles, blockages, delays here that you, Gemini, and your partner, you as a couple, may be experiencing, feeling, or dealing with. It may bring a little bit more light to what this pay attention to red flags may be about, but we'll see. Or what both of you are moving away from, which could be this energy also. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through. Actually, let's move this a little bit over so that I can have a little bit more space there for the next set of cards that are coming through in regards to your possible challenges, blockages, delays here in your connections. You have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. And there's the King of Cups in reverse. So there's this energy here of like trying to reserve or hold back some type of emotion here. Okay. So there may be a little bit of a silent treatment situation here, okay, potentially adding to whatever the Six of Wands in reverse is talking about. I'll talk about that in a minute. So again, that King of Cups in reverse, giving this energy of either being overly emotional or not allowing yourselves to think of things in a more logical, rational approach. So there's a lot of emotion, not a lot of that logical, rational thinking, so to speak. Okay. This could also be talking about moodiness as well. Okay. With that King of Cups in reverse as well. Or this could be not being able to see past your own emotions. Okay. Now, the Six of Wands in reverse says here self-centered, failure, showing off, being a follower, egocentric. Ego and pride may be at play here in regards to this possible challenge or conflict, okay, or tension here within the connection, whether it's something that you may be experiencing, feeling, or dealing with potentially here in February. So the Six of Wands is feeling like, okay, my feelings, my point of view, and not really taking into account the other person's feelings or point of view. Okay. Rational, logical thinking feels like it's out the window. Again, there's the sense here of like emotions and just like really feeling or feeling triggered also here with the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands, when it's in its upright position, which by the way I accidentally put there for you. There we go. Now it's in reverse. When it is in its upright position, there's a lot of confidence. There's a lot of feeling like, okay, this is going to work out. This is successful. We're moving in a really positive direction. But when it's in the reverse, the Six of Wands is saying here that there seems to be a sense of something not moving. Okay. Remember, the Six of Wands in its upright position is the movement, right? We're moving into victory. We're moving into success. In the reverse, that may not be the case. And that may potentially be here because there's this sense of ego and pride getting in the way, or potentially getting in the way in regards to what could move easily, but you may be having a difficult time in that. Of course, we're going to explore this a little bit more, but this may be the reason why you have, as a couple, the pay attention to red flags in that mutual energy. So here in this mutual energy, both of you may be saying, okay, well, how can we leave behind the self-centeredness or the ego or our pride so that we can work better together? Okay. So that's what this pay attention to the red flags may be very much connected to this Six of Wands in reverse. Of course, we're going to add more clarity here, and let's see what else is coming through with the Six of Wands in reverse. I feel here with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like someone really wanting someone else to see their point of view, but having either the lack of maturity or the, you're getting in your own way, whether this is you, Gemini, or whether it's the partner or your partner, and whether one of you is getting in each other's way because there's this sense of like, I don't want to be wrong, or I want to be right, or you need to see it my way, I'm not going to see it your way. Okay, so there's this sense of like this friction here that's not allowing this to expand. Ace, not to expand and not to move in the direction of less conflict, but rather more conflict. Okay. All right, let's see what else is coming through here for the both of you. Let's get more clarity here. We have here heartbroken. Yeah. So words may be exchanged. There could be a little bit of the silent treatment or locking of the horns, so to speak. Someone not wanting to budge. Another person also not wanting to budge, and this just creating the sense of sadness here. This says deeply hurt, sad, separation, maybe even here potentially thinking about breaking up, or at least having this energy of like, I don't think I could keep doing this. This says feeling lost, grieving, or mourning. Okay, for some of you, this Six of Swords is you both working together cohesively as a team, as a unit, to go to calmer shores. Like I said, resolution of the conflict, being on board together, both of you having the patience, the tenacity, the determination, and consistency to really work through this issue here, potentially in this area. Now, for others of you, you may be contemplating on, well, do I want to go in another direction individually, or do I want to stay in this connection? Okay. Now, remember, this is a general reading, so there could be here different scenarios here. But some of you may be thinking more about either we're going to do this together, or I'm going to do this individually or single. Okay. And then, yeah, individually. All right. Let's see what else is coming through. Let's get more clarity here, Gemini, in regards to the Six of Wands in reverse. Intuitive friends, thank you so much for your thumbs up. And for those of you that are watching this after the live stream, if you feel that these messages have resonated for you, please feel free to drop a rose in the comment section. And that lets me know that these messages have resonated for you. All right, let's take a look here a little bit deeper, a little bit closer in regards to the details. What other potential possible challenges, delays, or friendly. Look at this. All right. Remember that I said that right after the Six of Wands in reverse, we had the King of Cups in reverse. In that reversal of the King of Cups, remember, Kings is having the mastery of. Okay, King energy is like, I have mastered my emotions. No matter what may be happening around us, I am very centered to being calm, cool, collected, and not allowing my emotions to overflow, but to be more in this kind of calm, cool, collected energy. When it's in reverse, it's that complete opposite of that energy. There could be a lack of maturity. There could be a sense of reserving or withdrawing emotionally, okay, from you, from your partner, or your partner from you. There could be this tension of silence, okay, kind of creating this kind of like silent treatment approach to things. And the friendliness may not be here as strongly as it should. So, this potential challenge as a couple may be that there's this sense of like not being very caring, nurturing, or compassionate to one another. Therefore, wishing that the energy was more on a friendly basis, or at least that bonding or admiration for one another, instead of the total complete opposite here in regards to this potential challenge, obstacle, or blockage. Okay, so friendly says, I come with warmth and good intentions, bringing joy and light to your life. So this is the optimal energy. But because this, we're talking about challenge or delays, this may be very challenging here in the month of February because of all these emotions that may be taking over. So, although there may be a desire for more of a togetherness, more of this collaborative teamwork type of energy, it may be a little bit challenging due to, like I said, this could be pride, ego, okay, not being able to see or compromise from the aspect of, your partner or your partner towards you, okay? That being said, let's take a look here at your last and final card, and that, Gemini, here is going to be focusing on how to show up for each other in order to overcome this energy here in the possible challenges. Okay, so let's take a look here. How would you need to show up for each other in order to overcome the possible challenge or challenges here in February? All right, let's see what's coming through. Last but not least, ooh, okay, so we'll do this. And we have here the Six of Coins. Look at that. Six of Coins. How can you overcome this energy here? By compromising. Okay. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, being more open to being not only generous with each other, but being kind, allowing yourselves to bend a little, right? Compromise. What is compromise? It's saying, okay, I might not get everything that I would want, and your partner may not get everything that they want, but at least there's this kind of like, well, how can we both gain some type of peace within this potential possible challenge, right? And one way is, like I said, that there's a balance, listening to both sides, understanding each other's point of view before figuring out, like, okay, because here it feels like more one-sided. Okay, so this energy right here, it's like more one-sided, or that the reason it may be one-sided, or there may be this kind of like silent treatment approach or jaded energy, is because there could be a potential sense of like, I only want you to see in my way. It's my way or the highway. That could also be this type of energy here. This could be also not recognizing what the partner, or the partner not recognizing what you may be wanting to bring to the table, what could be a more successful outcome here. So there's a sense of like that being a little bit of attention. But here, with the Six of Coins, we're talking about, well, how can both of you show up for each other in order to overcome this energy? And it's both of you listening and being able to resonate with each other's points of view. So you see two people here in the giving and receiving of this gift. That gift being the gift of the love that you share for one another, the gift of your connection, how much you value your connection, how important it is to each other, and being able to understand each other and kind of really see it from the other angle. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles energy, there's there's a bigger energy of acceptance. It's like, okay, it doesn't have to go my way or your way. Let's create something in the middle where we both can compromise on or agree to, okay? Because both of you value the connection, all right? Now, let's see what other details here are coming through in regards to how to show up for each other in order to overcome this potential challenge. All right, last but not least, we have here, you have to trust your instincts. It says powerful shark, comprehension, progress, improvement. How both of you can show up for each other is by both of you saying to yourselves, okay, well, how can I just step out of my viewpoint for a minute and try to understand my partner's point of view? And your partner doing the same thing. Comprehension, understanding, same thing that I was talking about here. This sense of being able to understand your partner's point of view and your partner are trying to understand your point of view. So validation, confirmation. You also have here progress. Well, how can you best show up for each other in your connection to overcome this energy? Both of you looking at improvement. What can I do individually as Gemini, or what can I do individually as whatever your partner sign may be, right? How can we individually work on ourselves to heal what heartbreak, sadness may be felt due to the possible challenge? How can I heal that within myself? And then how can we heal it together as a couple? Okay. So that we can see the potential improvements here within our connection so that we can move to calmer shores, to a sense of tranquility, overcoming the hardships, solution, resolution, mending, fixing, repairing, coming to a place of more mental, emotional, and energetic peace within the connection as both of you work together as a team. Okay. So very, very beautiful here in regards to this kind of like how both of you can be showing up for each other. It says you have to trust your instincts, right? So listening to your instincts, listening to your yin energy, also listening to your yin energy as you take a step back, especially if the challenge here is very much like a heated argument, or there's been this kind of icy wall of silence that is being done here, or the lack of showing each other how much you deeply value and love each other, right? So there could be this icy moment here potentially. And so this is talking about, well, how can you make it better? Take a step back, analyze what's going on, right? Your instincts. Instincts is yin energy. So what is it that you are truly feeling here, and how can you truly work together as a couple? But reflection may be an important tool here before you sit down and have an amicable, friendly, warm type of discussion here where both of you can compromise and see each other's view on what this may be potentially for the both of you. That being said, Gemini, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section if these messages have resonated for you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much, Gemini, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Libra. But before I jump into Libra's reading and Twitter friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, these messages are for the month of February, okay? So this is something that you may be either experiencing at this moment in time, or maybe you experienced not too long ago, and this is just kind of giving you more clarity here on giving you more of an insight here as well. That being said, intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your February readings. Those are already up in the monthly readings, as well as the singles readings, couple readings, which is this. And of course, there's pick a card readings in the channel as well for those of you who may be interested. Up next, we're going to channel messages for Libra. Intuitive friends, if you're watching for the first time and you're visiting, and if you haven't already subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel. I do 5-minute mini readings on my channel for my subscribers only. Those are, of course, first come, first serve. But if you would like to ever take part of that, one of the things that you need to do is be a member. I'm sorry, not a member. You need to be, you need to have subscribed to the channel. Okay, no, you don't need to be a member to do the free 5-minute readings here. Okay, but you do need to be part of the subscribers list. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just making sure that I'm not putting them in the reverse here. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look at who's coming up next. We have Libra. Okay, after Libra, I'm going to be channeling Aquarius, and then of course, if you have other placements, other placements on your astrological natal chart, don't forget to take a look at the other placements in the couples reading. Okay, again, the only one that I need to do, or I should say channel, is the water signs, and I'm doing those tomorrow. Okay, so don't miss that. All right, intuitive friends, let's go to the next sign here, and that is Libra. Hello, Libra, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and today, Libra, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on multiple different parts here, but this is a couples reading. Okay, so if you are in a connection with someone, partnership, connection, marriage, living together, whatever your connection is, then these messages are for you. Now, Libra, if you are a Libra, sun, moon, rising, or if you are a Libra on other parts of your astrological natal chart that focus on love, relationships, connection, marriage, partnerships, and those areas are as follows. If you are Libra in your Venus, or Libra in your Juno, or Libra in your 5th house, or Libra in your 7th house, then these messages are also for you. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a 2nd degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. Libra, today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on the possible overall mutual energy here between you and your partner. So the possible overall mutual energy within your connection in the month of February. I'm also going to be taking a look at part 2, and part 2 is taking a look at the possible challenges, blockages, obstacles that you as a couple either may be experiencing, feeling, or dealing with within the month of February. Of course, this could be a chapter that you're closing here in February, or a chapter that may be opening in regards to those challenges, blockages, or delays. The third and final area that I'm going to be channeling here for you, Libra, is the best course of action. And what do I mean by that? I mean how to show up for each other. So how you and your partner could potentially show up for each other in your connection, so that you can overcome the possible challenges, blockages, or delays that are coming up in the reading. And of course, I'll give you a full detail of what that may potentially look like here for you and your partner here, Libra. But first, let's jump into the first section here. Libra and your partner, what is the possible overall mutual energy in the connection for the month of February? Let's see what's coming through here for you. something flipped over, and we have, ooh, the Judgment card in tarot. That's a really good one. There could be here someone either apologizing or asking for forgiveness. There could be this epiphany, this like aha moment here within this connection where either one of you or both of you may have reevaluated here something, okay? You have here the Strength card. Wow, two major arcanas. Okay, so this energy, number one, may be an energy that may be lasting a little longer here. So it may last more than just February. Okay, major arcanas is an energy that stays longer within a reading than perhaps the minor arcanas here. And perhaps here you may see this maybe well into March. Okay, so that's the first thing that's coming through. With the Judgment card in tarot, it says rebirth, okay? There may be here some sense of renewal or rebirth within your connection. There could be reignited passion. There could be this kind of like having a change of mind or a change of heart in something. And with the Judgment card in tarot, remember, the Judgment card in tarot is ruled by Pluto, okay? The planet Pluto. So very much into evolution, renewal, okay? Transforming, transitioning, all right? So the Judgment card, again, epiphany. Another thing here is giving your relationship a second chance or giving something within your connection a second chance, okay? There's this sense of like either reconsidering something, whether it's something that you thought about, felt, or feel, or think, or whatever this may be, but you could be reconsidering whatever this is within your connection. And the reconsidering is allowing you to see something from a very different point of view this time around. So you're giving a second look, maybe to a disagreement, to an argument. Maybe it's not a disagreement. Maybe it's not an argument. Maybe it's just ideas, things that you have discussed, something that may come up in February where you say, you know what, let me take a closer look or let me think about this a little bit more. So at the beginning, you may think or feel a certain way, but as you take time to look at it from different points of view, there may be this sense of an aha moment, okay? The sense of like, maybe I should reconsider this or look at it from a different angle. So in the Judgment card in tarot, it says needing the call, okay? Needing the call, needing that wake-up call, that aha moment of like, you know what? I never saw it that way. Or maybe I shouldn't have approached it in that angle. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have gone or done that. And there may be this kind of like, well, maybe I should ask for an apology. Okay. Or you know what? Maybe I should accept that apology because I understand that not everyone is perfect and everyone may deserve a second chance. Again, this is, of course, all depends what the something is. Of course, if it's something like super negative, then, use your own judgment is basically what this is saying with the Judgment card also. Okay. Now, aside from the Judgment card, you have the Strength card in tarot. Now, the Strength card in tarot is ruled by Leo, okay? So a little bit of the pride and the ego may be getting in the way of whatever this is. I do feel that both of you may reconsider a position, feeling, an idea, and you may reconsider pushing away the ego and or your pride in order for you to see something in a very different light or from a very different direction. Okay. So is this epiphany, this aha moment? Now here with the Strength card, this says gentle persuasion. And although on this deck, we don't see the lion and the person closer together as it is in the traditional deck, always remember here that with the Strength card, the lion or the lioness, because it's showing up, it looks more like a lioness than a lion, but either way, the lion represents that part of either you or that part of your partner or that part of the connection that is difficult to maneuver, and that there may be a little bit of difficulty to try to switch or make better. Okay. So that lion is something that is difficult to tame, whether it's an idea, whether it's taking something into consideration, okay, whether it's the ego, the pride, okay, the sense of like, I want to be right, no, it's my way, it could be anything that's a little bit complicated. It could also be the overthinking, it could be the being too quiet and not sharing with each other what needs to be spoken about. But whatever it is, the lion represents something that is difficult to tame or to manage, whether within your connection or within yourselves. Now, the reason that you have the person in the traditional deck kind of stroking the lion in a very gentle way is because the person signifies that higher self, that part of you or the part within your connection, both of you here, where you need to say to yourself, I know what my flaws are. I know what is very challenging for me. And you know what? Maybe I should calm or try to manage either the situation or manage that flaw within me in order to really be able to see something from a different aspect. So this may be asking for both you and your partner to tap into your mental strength, emotional strength, energetic strength within your connection, so that by connecting to those strengths, you get more wisdom. There's more introspection. There's more of a sense of like, you know what? Let's talk about this. Okay. Approaching it with a sense of confidence, but a peaceful confidence, not an egotistical confidence. All right, let's add more details here in this reading, and let's see what else is coming through for the both of you. What may be the possible overall mutual energy in the connection here with you and your partner? You have here trust. Now, the possible overall mutual energy in regards to trust is saying this situation is calling you to have trust or have faith in the resolution of it, in the red flag that may be kind of like, attention, attention, pay attention to this specific thing, area, or whatever that lion may be representing, that untamable or difficulty here within the connection. This is talking about this situation is calling for you both to have faith and also to trust not only each other, but to trust the process here of gaining a higher perspective and trusting that both of you are working within yourselves to try to manage either the flaws within you or the things that may be happening within your connection that may be a little bit challenging, a little bit difficult here. Okay. Now, here with the strength, as I mentioned at the top of the reading, you both leaning into your emotional strength, mental strength, and energetic strength, so that both of you here with this judgment card in tarot can wake up, can see, can have an aha moment of how you can approach something or reconsider here something that may have been said or done that could have been a whole lot better if this, tiger or lion could have been a little bit less roaring effect, right? But again, listen, judgment gives an opportunity for both of you to reflect and for both of you to give each other a second chance and try to do better. But it's also here talking about the fact that both of you need to trust that both of you are equally either, in this energy of not just forgiving, but asking for forgiveness, but also accepting forgiveness and trusting that both of you are doing that deep soul searching in order for both of you to strengthen your connection. Okay. That being said, let's jump into the next part of the reading. And that, of course, is the possible challenges here between you, Libra, and your partner in your connection. So what are the possible challenges you as a couple may be either experiencing, feeling, or dealing with in the month of February? So let's see what's coming through here. Okay, it didn't flip over, so we'll put it right back in there. Let's see here the possible challenge. Ooh, the 9 of coins came up in reverse, so that's what's coming through. Let's get another one because that one just popped out. The 9 of coins is the 9 of pentacles. And we have here the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is, in a way, feeling that this possible challenge may place either one of you or both of you in this energy where you really, it's difficult for you to stand up for yourself or say something that needs to be said. There's this energy of like, there may be a little bit of self-worth issues. Okay, this could be very much connected to self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs. You may be working too hard in trying to make your point known or your viewpoint to be heard and not taking the same type of open-mindedness and understanding someone else's or your partner's approach or your partner's point of view. Now, this could go vice versa. Okay, this could be you towards your partner or your partner towards you. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, needing to take the time to step away and understand not only yourself individually, but understand what could be the components here that could be creating some type of a red flag that either you weren't paying attention to in the past or recent past, that may be, again, showing itself up here in February, or what is it that you as a couple need to take a look at together? How can both of you evolve? How can both of you grow? How can both of you allow each other to go through the growing pains of trying to do something better in the connection, create a deeper sense of understanding, strengthen each other, support each other, okay? Through gentle persuasion. In other words, not like my way or the highway, but how can we work together in a better, more cohesive team type of energy, okay? Now, the 9 of coins or the 9 of pentacles in reverse says undervaluing yourself, self-worth issues. I talked about that, and you are enough. Okay, so there may be a little bit of self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs here, creating some type of challenge or intensifying here a potential challenge or blockage here in the connection. That could also lead to you disconnecting from your yin energy. Okay, now the High Priestess in tarot is ruled by the moon. Okay, so there could be this sense here of either you feeling a bit moody or your partner feeling a bit moody. Okay, that's number one. What I'm also getting here is you, when I say you, I mean you in the plural form. Okay, so it's not individually, it's together as a couple. So both of you here could be realizing that it's a little bit difficult for you to allow yourselves to listen to your intuition because there's a bit of a disconnect. Maybe your emotions, maybe, whatever it is, maybe you getting caught up, too much in the head or too much in the emotions. But this High Priestess is saying here, disconnected. Okay, so there's this sense of disconnection within yourselves or a disconnection here with each other, whether that be energetically, whether it be disconnecting physically, okay, meaning passion, intimacy. Okay, so that disconnection there. There could also be here a disconnection of the heart. Okay, so emotionally feeling that both of you are in a connection, but you feel very disconnected from each other. So there's this sense of like two ships, in the night type of energy. It's like we're together, but we're coasting it. You know what I mean? It also says here secrets, misinformation, isolation, kept in the dark. All right. So possible challenges here is being too quiet or not allowing yourselves, both of you, to share exactly what you may be feeling, experiencing, or something that you want to get off your chest. And so, what happens in this energy of the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, again, self sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, there's a lack of misunderstanding here with each other. There's a sense of like not working hard enough to see someone else's point of view here. And that may create more of a disconnect as time goes by within the connection here in February. Okay. Now, being kept in the dark, this could be also a lack of transparency. So there may be certain emotions felt and certain ideas thought of, but then there's the lack of allowing the other person into your thoughts, emotions, feelings, or whatever this may be talking about in regards to the possible challenge or blockage. Okay. So the more secret, the more quiet, the more silent treatment, the more getting caught up in your head and critically overthinking something, the more that there's going to be this energetic disconnect, physical disconnect, emotional disconnect, or mental disconnect energetically here within this connection. Let's take a look at what else is coming through here. Remember that the high priestess, when it's in its upright position, it's all about that inner knowing. It's all about that, in a way, sacred wisdom, that illumination. And so when it's in the reverse, it's kind of like saying, well, I'm not allowing myself to lean into that self-reflection or that soul searching. I'm not allowing myself to take that quiet moment and really assess calmly. And of course it says intuition. Obviously, we know this is all about intuition, but remember, intuition is yin energy. So you're not allowing yourself to get in that receptive energy. You're resisting it, whether it's individually or as a couple. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through in regards to more clarity for you, Libra, and your partner. And you have here paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Again, because it's a challenge, this may be very challenging for the both of you within the month of February, or at least when there's either a red flag or trust issues come out or surface or resurface. So that may be a little bit challenging. How can we feel this togetherness, this warmth, this admiration, this love for one another when we're so kind of distant or emotionally distant or energetically distant, or keeping to ourselves what we're thinking, feeling, and experiencing, and not sharing it with the partner, right? So there's that lack of feeling of that oneness and that togetherness. And again, I said that at the top of this section of the reading, where I said the more that you allow this drifting or this wedge to get bigger and bigger and bigger within the connection, the more you're going to feel that disconnect. So again, this is giving validation confirmation on what may be potentially challenging here for the both of you. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. One more card here in regards to the section, and then we're going to take a look at how there could be the best course of action for the both of you, okay? So let's take a look here at what else is coming through for the both of you. More clarity here in regards to the possible challenges, blockages, or delays. Secret. I mean, I cannot make this up. Validation confirmation. Exactly what I was talking about, that high priestess in reverse. Okay. Missing information. Secretive. Keeping someone in the dark. Maybe even here turning a blind eye towards something. Okay. Something old pattern, whether it be yours or whether it be someone else's. But secret says here, there's something I'm holding back. Okay, very much connected to what I was talking about with this high priestess in reverse. Okay, validation confirmation. So now let us jump. Hold on, let's do this so that you can still see it's the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, there could also be this energy here with the possible challenge or obstacles or blockages that you're holding a lot in. You're holding a lot of things in. You're keeping it in. You're not talking about it with your partner. You're not discussing it, or your partner isn't talking about it with you, or you're not discussing it. Okay, but again, validation, confirmation here. All right, Libra, let's take a look at your last and final section for this couple, you and your partner. What would be the best course of action? Or in other words, how would both of you, or how could both of you show up for each other so that you can possibly overcome this potential challenge here in February? Let's see what's coming through for the both of you. Ooh, something flipped over all by its lonesome self. And we have here the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in its upright position, taking a look at multiple options, okay? Now, this could be the options. What options do we have? How can we make it better? How can we see something clearly? How can we focus on what could be the possible or the best alternative, the best solutions, the best resolutions, the best way for us to have this awakening, to take a closer look at how something could help us become more aware of how to ask for forgiveness or how to accept forgiveness, okay, an apology. How can we both, what are the options or what are the things that we can think about in order to see something clearer? Okay, so Seven of Cups energy here in its upright position is both of you letting go of the blurriness, letting go of the inability to see something clearly or to hold that vision clearly of the future or what you're wanting to accomplish together as a couple. Okay, so there's this sense of like, okay, well, what do we need to do as a couple? With the Seven of Cups in its upright position, it may be a little bit cloudy, it may not be as clear at this moment in time, but we need to figure out how we can navigate this path. How can we navigate overcoming these energies here? Okay, there could be a lot of what ifs here in the back burner. Okay, thinking, both of you thinking, so having a clear conversation of, well, where are we lacking focus in our connection? Okay, what is it that we're not seeing clearly? All right, what are the options that we have here? How can we give our connection a second shot or a second chance? Okay, so here with Judgment and the Strength, remember that Lion in the Strength card is, again, how can we manage this potential situation, circumstance, or event so that we can experience the maximum trust, the maximum green flags as opposed to red flags. Okay, last but not least, let's give this last section here one more card for clarity. And just a reminder here, Libra, don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section if these messages have resonated for you and your partner here in the month of February. As I said, these messages are a general, but if if they resonate, please let me know down below. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate your love and your support. And you have your spiritual moth, spirituality, psychic ability, passion. It says having mystical experiences, allowing your magic to create in life, true self begins to emerge. Okay, so the spiritual moth is all about clarity. It's about illumination. Like I said, it's about you allowing yourself to lean into the yin energy of the High Priestess in its upright position. Okay, I know it's in the reverse here, but it's trying for this is saying you got to, gain some type of clarity or illumination. Again, with the Seven of Cups, like I said, something could be a little bit cloudy. There may be a lot of options to consider. There may be a lot of what ifs. But whatever this is, or how this may show up or resonate for you and your partner here, Libra, this is talking about both of you being able to have some sense of enlightenment and clarity and validation, confirmation, the aha moment that I've been channeling since the top of the reading with your Judgment card. That being said, you see what I'm saying? It's like, ta-da! It's like that aha moment here for the both of you, okay? Oh, can I hold this properly? There we go. All right. It's that aha moment for the both of you here in your connection. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful here, Libra. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section if these messages have resonated for you and your partner throughout the month of February. Up next, we have our last and final air sign, and that, of course, is Aquarius. But before I jump into Aquarius's reading, I want to say, intuitive friends, for those of you who are visiting for the first time, or those of you who just became subscribers, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell and all alerts. That always lets you know when I am doing either a live reading in general or a 5-minute mini reading, which I do on my channel for those of you who are interested in taking part in that 5-minute mini readings that I do for my subscribers only. Just make sure you turn on your notification bell and all alerts so that you are notified the moment that I start doing that, because it is a first come, first serve. Okay, so if you wanted to take part of that, just remain subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. All right, intuitive friends, for those of you who have passed by to say hello, to give me a thumbs up, I say thank you. Thank you so much for the love. Don't worry, intuitive friends. I know I haven't been on as much in regards to doing the free readings, but remember, usually at the start of the month, we want to make sure we get all the, couple readings, the monthly readings. And of course, the single readings are out already. So for those of you who are watching, just kind of passing by and giving support, if you are a single, take a look at the singles reading. It's from January 15th all the way through February 15th. Okay, so I did that in that way because I knew there was going to be a lot that I would have to channel for this month in February. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, let us jump into the next set of readings. And of course, that is for Aquarius. If you're watching now, no worries. If you missed something, no worries, because I will be coming back once I finish the reading and I will be adding the timestamps. So no worries, intuitive friends. All right, up next, we have Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whether you are in Aquarius in parts of your astrological natal chart, which focus on love, partnerships, connections, relationships, marriage, and connections in general, okay? Like, loving connections, romantic connections. And those areas are as follows. If you are in Aquarius in your Venus, or if you're in Aquarius in your Juno, or if you're in Aquarius in your 5th house, or if you're in Aquarius in your 7th house, then these messages are also for you. Okay. That being said, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a 2nd degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All right, Aquarius, we're going to jump into your reading. Now, remember, this is a reading for you and your partner and you, okay? Now, if you want to maximize this reading, take a look at your partner's sign if you know it. If you know their Venus sign, take a look at that also. That's going to maximize your reading. But that being said, today I'm going to be channeling 3 very important areas in in regards to your connection with each other. Okay, so Aquarius and your partner. The first is I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on the possible overall mutual energy in your connection for the month of February. Okay. Second area that I'm going to be channeling is the possible challenges that you, meaning you and your partner, so it's that plural you as a couple may be experiencing, feeling, or dealing with potentially in the month of February. The last and final section I'm going to be channeling is what is the best course of action? So, how can both of you show up for each other in so that you can overcome potentially the possible challenges, blockages, or delays? Okay, so I'm going to go step by step. So, make sure that you take a look at the entire reading from the beginning to the end, as that is going to give you more clarity through each area. Okay. That being said, Aquarius, let's jump straight into your reading here. What's going on? Potentially, possibly the overall energy in regards to your mutual energy within your connection, you and your partner. Let's see what's coming through here for you. Now, every section is going to have clarity. So, of course, this reading may be a little bit longer, but is also going to give you much more clarity within each area. Okay. So let's take a look here. Aquarius, you have the 6 of coins and the 4 of wands. Okay. That's a very, very nice energy. And the reason is because number one, let's start with the 4 of wands. 4 of wands, stability. There could be this overall energy here mutually between you and your partner in the month of February, where you feel more connected. You feel more connected as partners, more connected as spouses to each other, more connected in whatever way your partnership or your connection is or may be heading towards. Okay. So that's number one. Fours are about stability. So it's how stable, how firm, and how harmonious you may be feeling. And the passion, which is the wands energy, the passion, the motivation, and the drive that both of you have for ensuring that the connection goes in a very positive way. Okay. Now, 4 of Wands is known as the card of marriage, or one of the cards. Okay, it's not the only one, but it's one of the marriage cards in tarot, which is the reason why in this contemporary deck you see the two people getting married and you see people in the back cheering for them. Okay, so it is the symbolic energy here of community support for two people who are in love. This could be a wedding. This could be a proposal. This could be really talking about the important areas or the important pillars of your connection with one another. Okay, so very beautiful card, very nice omen. Okay, especially for those of you who have been feeling a little bit tense within your connection. The 4 of Wands is about uniting or having a more united front, and one that it is felt here with a lot of passion, with motivation and drive. Okay. So you also have here the 6 of coins. And of course, the 6 of coins is that 6 of pentacles. So it's that mutual giving and receiving. Now, it's not quid pro quo, which I know that this says, it says that here, quid pro quo. I disagree with that. To me, quid pro quo feels very transactional. And I don't feel that that is this energy here. I do feel that there is a giving and receiving, and that giving and receiving has a lot to do with how you value each other. And so it's not so much that you're expecting something in return, it's you both putting in the equal give and take necessary for this connection to feel more stable, more united, more passionate. Okay. So it's that kind of, the give and take of a connection. Okay. Now, what's important about the 6 of Pentacles is that the 6 of Pentacles works with the energy that is present. In other words, there is an energetic give or take here. But what that means is what energy are you and your partner creating with each other? If it's a pessimistic energy that both of you are creating within your connection, then you're going to get more of that energy. But if it's an energy that both of you are generating within your kindness and giving and taking and receiving and accepting and being caring and being kind and balancing things off in your connection, then you're going to get more of that positive energy, which is going to lead to potentially here feeling more stability within your connection, feeling more welcoming towards each other. There may be here some type of family event also. So there may be, either meeting the family, seeing the family, family coming towards you, you going towards family. This could be talking about a wedding, a proposal. It could be talking about celebration. Okay. So for those of you who are like celebrating your birthday or celebrating your anniversary or celebration here also coming through. And there is this kind of I value you, you value me type of energy here. So very, very positive and very harmonious type of energy. And also one that is stable here with this Four of Wands. Now, let's go a little bit further and give more clarity here in regards to this energy. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, that literally jumped out of the deck, and you have here worth waiting for. Okay, it says divine timing is at work in your love life. So for those of you who have been like, I wonder when our next milestone is going to happen, especially now, the milestones could be in different ways, right? So if you just started, you just started your connection, this could be, well, we're friends now. How or when are we going to move up a level to being a little bit more exclusive, or something being more stable or concrete within the connection? And this was talking about allowing time, divine timing, to be at play. For others of you who have been in your connection for quite some time, you may be saying, well, when is going to be our next milestone? Whether that's living together, being engaged, whether it's marriage, however your connection may want your connection to evolve. This is saying divine timing is at play. But what's good here, or what's very positive here, is the fact that the Four of Wands, there's the stability. It's again strengthening, or the bond there is presently being shown here with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so as long as both of you are pouring in the patience, tenacity, the determination, all that good stuff, then this is talking about it moving in a very positive direction. Okay, and that this positivity, it's kind of like, just go with the flow and see what opens up and what unravels, right? Up next, let's take a look at the possible challenges, okay? Blockages, challenges, or areas of development here. It could also be delays as well. So let's take a look here at what else is coming through for the both of you. So what are the possible challenges for both of you as a couple? Okay, so both of you that may be experiencing, feeling, or dealing with the possible challenges you as a couple may be experiencing, feeling, or dealing with in the month of February. Let's see what that may be. All right, and we have the Page of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. So there's this energy in regards to, okay, it's in the reverse. Okay, so I'll put it like this. Okay. There's this energy here of both of you, kind of like situations from the past emerging again or resurfacing. And it's like the lack of learning from the past, the lack of learning of a situation, circumstance, or event, discomfort that may have been felt, the growing pains of a connection here between the both of you, and kind of like not learning from those past mistakes. For others of you, is there's a sense of procrastination, saying, yeah, I'm going to do it, or yes, we're going to do this, or yeah, we're going to go to the next level. And in reality, there's this feeling of like, you may say that, whether it's you, Aquarius, or your partner, either you may say that or your partner may say that, but there's a sense here of like no follow through. So a lot of talk, but not a lot of action to back it up. There may be always an excuse, or there may always be this like, you'll see it's coming, but the it's coming like is never coming, or feels like it's not coming as quickly as it should. Okay. So this page of coins is again, there could be just a lack of goals. There could also be here some type of financial pinch, okay? Because coins is pentacles energy. Pentacles energy, when it's in the reverse, it's something doesn't feel like it's growing. Something doesn't feel as prosperous or as abundant. Although the emotions may be here, the actions towards that emotion or the earthly tangible proof of something may be very well lacking in this connection, and may potentially here or possibly create some sort of challenge within your connection. So there could be an argument or a disagreement of, you always say you're going to do this, but I don't see it. There's a lot of promises, but I feel they're empty because I'm not seeing what I need to see in regards to something growing in the direction of us manifesting what we both want in the 3D realm, or again, like in the now, okay, in the today, in the tomorrow, in the earthly plane, okay? So pages are all about communication, messages, but something feels, again, it's in the reverse. So something is not flowing as easily. Something may feel a little bit stuck. Maybe the reason why here it says it may be worth waiting for. That may be very much connected here to this possible challenge. But again, we'll see as this unfolds. Let's get more messages, more clarity here. And Aquarius, don't forget that if these messages resonate for you, drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages have resonated. And of course, follow that up with a thumbs up. All right, let's see what else. Let's get more clarity here in regards to this page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, it says healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, being happier. So the possible challenge here could be a healthy way that something is being juggled or handled, okay? So yes, there may be a lot of, like I said, this is the same thing I was saying before. Yes, there may be a lot of emotions. Yes, there may be a lot of passion. There may be a lot of talking about something, saying, yeah, I'm in this. But when push comes to shove, there may be a disconnect in the physical, tangible, 3D reality type of showing evidence in something. And so there may be a little bit of this kind of like, well, if you make a promise, then follow through. And there could be a little bit of this empty promise. So there could be a little bit of old patterns of behavior that need to be taken a look at here into why something is not being done in a healthy way, or in a way that is bountiful, that is successful. Is it that there are a lack of goals? Is it that there could be a lack of resources and finances? Is it procrastination? And if it's so, then why is it happening? What is the healthy choices that need to be made here in order for either one of you not to continue to be strung along, or the other person to finally step to the plate and finally do what they say that they're going to do? So those may be the decisions here that may be at play, or the possible challenges or obstacles that may be at play here for you and your partner in the month of February. So like I said, although the love is here, there's something here that, yes, patience and divine timing may be at play, but there could be a very missed, kind of like like unorganized type of energy here, where there is procrastination, where there is someone's lacking the goal, whether something is not making sense. Okay. It's like, working harder than what you need to in something, but it feels like it's something tangible. It feels like it's something that if you just course correct those factors, then finally there could be this energy that is more, it's healthier rather than one that seems stagnant or not growing. Now, of course, we're going to give more clarity here in connection to this area, possible challenges. Here, let's see. Give me more clarity here. And ooh, something flipped over. Well, two cards flipped over. You have leverage, and then there's another card. Is it just two? Yeah, there are two. Okay, we're going to talk about both of them. I have no idea what the other one says, but let's talk about leverage. Okay, it says, I want you to open up and trust me so I can use your secrets against you. So there may be here a little bit of self-sabotaging thought or limited belief. This could be prior connections that either you were in or your person was in where there may be that kind of old pattern or lack of scarcity mindset because it didn't work out. Maybe one of you or both of you were in a connection in the past with someone else, prior connections, where things were held against each other. Okay. And so there may be that reason why procrastination may be at play here. That could be the reason why someone, instead of just telling you, like, listen, to be honest with you, maybe I don't want to get married. Maybe that's not the best option for me. Or maybe, yeah, I do want to have a committed relationship, but something that doesn't include X, Y, and Z. So there could be something here that, due to a past connection or through someone's own self-sabotaging thoughts or limited belief, there's this energy here that I don't feel like I could come to terms to doing that because fill in the blank. Something may be used against you, especially if it's something financial. Like if someone just like can't afford maybe their own, they can't afford their own standard of living by themselves, super difficult for them to even think about marriage, right? Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe someone here is more stable economically and there's someone who isn't, and there may be a disconnect. There could be someone here who makes more than someone else also. And then there's this kind of like, I don't know if I want to go in, continue a connection where there's this kind of like major discrepancy in earnings or something like that. Okay. So again, that could be something here at play. It says unfriendly, but don't worry about the unfriendly part. Let's read what it says. It says, keep your guard up. You see, there's this sense of like someone keeping their guard up, like being very cautious on how to evolve this connection. Okay. And it could be due to their own self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. It could be to the lack of goals. Maybe there are choices that they've made in the past or recent past that make it a little bit more difficult for them to show something here in the 3D world. Maybe there's a little bit of resistance here on opening up. And again, it says underachiever. So not that someone is an underachiever, but they may feel that their finances or their nest egg, whether it's finances, whether it's that they don't have their own place to live, whether it's you or whether it's your partner, but there's this energy here that it's like not imbalanced. Okay. So that could be a potential energy here in regards to the challenges here, okay, or blockages. All right, let's take a look here at this. Could also be mismatched goals here within the connection also. So those goals could be dreams, they could be success, they could be career, they could be finances, okay? So there could be a whole lot of different type of areas here, but at the end of the day, there's this kind of energy here of like procrastination or someone having difficulty creating an organized plan so that they can move something forward in this connection. Okay, so just making sure that neither one of you is being strung along, and is also something here to just be aware of. All right, let's see what else is coming through. Now, this third and final section here Aquarius, is about how to show up for each other so that you can overcome this energy here, or this potential energy, okay, of obstacles, challenges, blockages, or delays. So let's see what's coming through. You have here the Two of Coins, okay? By the way, you do have here the Tower. Remember that I was telling you here that some of you may be like, I don't know if I want to continue something that may not be in balance, okay? Or maybe there's something here that you need to look a little bit deeper towards, whether that's you, Aquarius, or whether it's your partner, but that's coming up. Now, the Two of Pentacles here, what is the best way for both of you to show up for each other so that you can overcome the possible challenge, obstacle, or blockage? Guess what? Two of Coins is not a card of movement. It is a card of juggling. So there may be the sense of like, I have too much on my plate. I'm trying to juggle something here. Two of Pentacles. I'm trying to figure something out. I'm very busy. I have a lot of choices. Okay, I have a lot of responsibilities. Or this could be, there are two choices that I have in front of me. Okay, now again, this could be for you, Aquarius, or this could be for your partner. It could be either one. So individually, you probably there may be this energy here probably of, I have two choices. I have A and I have B. Both are super important to me. Both are very valuable. However, I do need to put one before the other, okay? Because it's either priority. I got to prioritize something here. I got to prioritize. Remember, we're talking about lack of organization over here. I need to prioritize. What am I going to be focusing on, okay? There's also this energy here of two important things and someone having a very difficult time making a choice. Okay. This could be new road, old road. This could be two very valuable situations, two valuable people, two valuable environments. Not knowing, being indecisive, I don't know. Both are important, or these two things are important, but I feel overwhelmed on which one I should put ahead of each other, prioritizing. This could also be talking about financially. There are too many things that the money is moving towards. And so therefore, I feel like either I need two jobs or I'm juggling with the responsibilities I might have in front of me. That may be connected to the finances. Okay. So if I'm juggling more than one thing, then money is going in different directions and I just don't know how to keep something leveled, whether it's the checking account, whether it's the savings account. That could also be coming through here because, as you know, Pentacles energy is not only about career, but it's also about finances, about the nest egg. Okay. Now, this says here adaptability, prioritize, juggle back and forth. I just talked about all of this already, so very interesting. It's already there for you, but there you go. Now, let's take a look at the last and final card here, Aquarius. Let's see what else is coming through. I feel here that, especially here with the Two of Pentacles energy, that you'll know which, it's like it's either you or your partner. Someone here doesn't want to drop the ball. Okay, so someone here doesn't want to drop the ball, and there's going to be this kind of like having to choose here between two things, two people, two environments, two jobs maybe, or maybe adding another job or something like that. But there's this kind of like juggle here. What do I prioritize? How do I balance everything? Okay. All right, let's see how to best show up for each other in order to overcome the possible challenges over here. And this says here, wise crocodile, confidence, self-discovery, instinct. You need to tap into your feelings. Okay, there you go. How are you going to make the best possible, option here, or how can you both show up for each other? You need to understand how you're feeling about the things that are important to you. Okay. And there may be multiple, it's never just one thing, right? Um, there may be multiple things that are important, but you're not going to be able to do everything at the same time, which may be the reason why you have the Two of Pentacles. You may feel a little bit overwhelmed, like you got to juggle. So there's this energy here of like, how do I balance everything off? And how do I talk about all these little areas that are all important in some way, shape, or form, but at the same time be able to create the stability that I need in my connection, and to ensure that there is this kind of like give and take that is happening here in the connection. Okay, so there you go. Wise crocodile, wisdom being also here at the top of the list, and the best way to show up for each other. That being said, Aquarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe, drop a rose in the comment section, and I'll see you soon. That lets me know that this message resonated for you and with you. Take care, intuitive friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.